It's all right.
Let's see.
Set up here. Looking at my handsome face. I got hose. I got hose.
There we go.
I got hose. It's going down.
There we go.
Oh, I got a big old malware bites.
Oh yeah.
It is right over your face.
Oh, that'll happen.
That will happen. A little closer, baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, I'm further back than normal.
There you go. Meanwhile, Dave over here is a silent minority.
Yeah, he's muted.
He's chewing.
Chewing on bowels.
Oh. Ow!
I'm gonna go fill up my water.
Fill up your water.
Maybe Dave can talk by then.
Your ninja juice.
Ninjas.
Nope, Dave's not talking. Fine, Dave. Be that way.
When people, you guys will come a little closer. When people declare that they're on a silent strike, doesn't that break the silent strike?
No, because you like from this moment forward, I'll be on a silent strike. It's not like you announce it. Like, hey, everybody, sorry I can't talk. I'm on a silent strike. It's like
from this point forward, I'm on a silent strike. Like right now? Yeah, like right now. Like right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
later. Oh, is it like, does a silent strike, if you go take a vow of silence, doesn't taking the vow violate the silent strike? I said no, because you have to take the vow somehow.
Yeah, unless you write it down.
Yeah, but you can't like walk into a room and be like, hey everybody, I took a vow of silence.
You're just standing there at a party and people are like, why are you not talking? Well, I took a vow of silence. Shit!
Shoot.
Damn it! It took. I've been on that for 6 days.
Man,
6 days of my life down the drain.
Someone said something really funny to me the other day, and I wanted to tell him it was a good joke.
The other day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby.
So did you watch Penguin yet?
No. Was since Saturday?
I don't know. Did I talk to you Saturday?
Oh no, I guess not.
As you guys left?
Yeah.
Kind of dick move. I'm like hurrying up to go see everybody. I get back to the car. Nobody's there. I call Dave because he left his bag. Oh, eating wings.
I didn't even know that was going to happen. And then it was an idea floated, and I was like, that sounds really good. Because I should not have been driving that night.
Yeah, you definitely needed to eat some food.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even see your text.
Oh, you never do.
Game until
that's not unusual.
Game days, I check my phone though.
Do you? Because you just said you didn't.
No, I said I didn't see your text on Saturday, but I usually check my phones on game day. Monday through Friday, Sunday through Friday. And that's iffy.
What else happened? Yellowstone. Did you watch that?
I don't watch Yellowstone.
I have not watched that yet. Have not seen it yet.
Did you watch Tulsa King?
I I've actually watched no TV yet this week. I watched an episode of America Test Kitchen with my mom. That's about it.
I watched like 3/4 of episode 5 of season 2 of Tulsa King. It's about all the TV time I've had this week.
LeBron James.
Being LeBron James, see that Lakers are suing the NBA
For
No.
what? For allowing them
For
to
what?
draft Ronnie?
for no calls on LeBron James.
Would it like
Be-
because he's
be-
not getting calls?
Yeah.
He never gets calls. That's why everybody complains that he's a flopper because he has to exaggerate because he's so fucking big and strong. He just runs through people.
Yes,
And they're
yeah.
like, that's no foul.
Shaq
No.
had the same problem.
Mhm.
You had to molest Shaq for them to call a foul.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like,
But
like
they
the
didn't mind him because he didn't make his free throws. They're like,
Right.
all right, fine,
Mhm.
call it. Not
The-
gonna fucking make it.
The old hack of Shaq.
We've got 4 other big men on our team that are ready to foul out.
Dude, that used to be like you used to have an extra big man on your team just to foul
At
Shaq.
least an extra, if not 2. If you're in his conference, you got to have 4 big men.
Like the
Mhm.
Blazers had Arvydas Sabonis, Rasheed Wallace, Dale Davis, Brian Grant.
Fuck you, Dale.
Fuck you, Dale. Fuck you.
Where's my
And
phone?
then we had Scottie Pippen as a big 3. So we had a lot of guys who could foul Shaq.
Dude, that Scottie Pippen of the
Okay.
Trailblazers still blows my mind from time to time when I think about it.
He was good too. It wasn't just
Mhm.
like he ended his career there, like Sean Kemp did.
Which I forget
Right.
Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
And Detlef Schrempf.
Detlef Schrempf. I remember Schrempf,
They played at the
Shrimp,
same
for some
time.
reason, yeah.
but I don't remember Kemp doing anything. He was like 40 pounds extra.
I remember I was at it was like a Blazers Wizards game, something like that. And I remember he stole the ball in the backcourt and got a big tomahawk, like 2-hand jam, and threw it down all big and like
Nice.
rattled the rim, and everybody went crazy. I was like, the Rain Man, and they didn't do anything else.
It's like, I got to make these child support payments.
Yep, I got 42 kids.
Was the Wizards the Bullets?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Because
The
you
most-
said Wizards, and for some reason I started thinking Bullets, and I was like, why is that?
Yeah, Washington teams just can't keep names.
Yeah.
This is a good question for the show. What is the most irrelevant sports team in professional sports? Because we all know it's Oregon State.
The Whalers.
Well, they don't exist.
See?
The most irrelevant active sports team.
Oh.
It's almost okay. So this one is not
If
my
I
answer.
knew baseball, I would tell you whoever baseball sucks the most.
I would say
they get
the
relevant for sucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Oakland A's irrelevance has made them relevant.
Right.
They've gotten to a level of irrelevance that made them relevant.
They're
I-
infamous
yeah.
for their irrelevance.
I feel like I hear about them more than most.
It's like the Colorado Rockies are a very irrelevant franchise.
Yeah.
The
All I've
Utah
heard-
Hockey Club.
Yeah, well, they're in the news right now because they're new.
I feel like the Rockies are in the news right now just because Charlie Blackmon announced his retirement this season.
See, I didn't know that.
So yeah, so I mean that's again their irrelevance is the fact that
The
that's all I've heard.
WNBA.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a challenge. Name 6 WNBA teams.
Liberty?
Connecticut, New York,
No,
LA.
name their mascot.
Sparks, Aces, Liberty, the Sun,
Yep.
Indiana Fever,
Yep.
Lynx,
Yep. There's 6. Are the Houston Comets still a thing?
I don't think so. I don't know.
No, they were like the first champs.
What's Seattle's
the
team?
Seattle Super Not Sonics.
The Storm.
The Seattle Average Sonics.
the Seattle Subsonics.
The Seattle Cooking Sonics.
The old
back of the kitchen Sonics.
The old Seattle Sonics.
Yeah, you wanna go to it's a great place to take your girlfriend on a date if you're a lady.
Aren't there only like 12 WNBA teams anyway? Like we just named half the league, I think.
Yeah, I had one in my head that I lost. I was trying to think of the Chicago Sky.
Oh, yep.
There it is.
And Dallas has one.
The Dallas
Cowgirls. No.
Yep.
It should be. It should be. Let's see.
Well, the Sun. Where are they?
That's Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut Sun.
Then what's Phoenix?
Why can't it be
the Mystics?
Connecticut
There's the Washington Mystics. Are they still around?
No, maybe. No, wait. Here we go. Atlanta has a team.
Oh, the Atlanta Dream.
Yep.
That was another
named after Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, the Atlanta Dream, baby.
Dallas Storm. Wait, is that Dallas Storm? No, Seattle Storm. Dallas Sky.
Dallas Sky.
No, Chicago Sky. Dallas. Wait, what is Dallas? Wings.
Hey, all right. They're the
old Dallas 50-cent wing night.
So
we just named all of them. That's all of them.
You know what's unique about the Dallas Wings? They're the only mascot that ends in the letter S.
They're the only mascot that is just a part of an animal.
They're the only thing that's plural. The rest of it's just like
in the WNBA.
A concept, yeah.
Yeah.
The fever, the sky.
Well, lynx is plural.
Yeah, or it could be just a lynx.
But it's the lynx.
Like the Stanford Cardinal is one bird.
The Stanford Cardinal.
Fuck that tree.
The Cardinal of Stanford. Yeah, I don't know.
No, they're red, which is stupid.
Right.
It's like the worst we're Cardinal. I hate everything about Stanford.
Well, they were like, we can't go with Cardinal men because that's weird, and there's already an orange man.
They should have been the blue men.
Yeah.
The old University of Oregon Greens.
The old bloomin' onions.
The blue men onions.
The old shrimp on
that
the
would
Barbie.
be a funny, like if somebody had a town, Bloomin', Indiana, the Bloomin' Onions.
Bloomin' ton.
I feel like there's a lot of Bloomingdales that could really make out with this deal.
Well, like Bloomingdales.
I'd just like to see them make out. Can you please refill River's track phone for this next month? Bitch, you get...
I walked up to one of my coworkers the other day and I said, I live next door to a couple lesbians, and they got me a really nice Christmas they asked me, oh, it's a nice watch. I said, yeah, they got me, my neighbors got it for me. And they're like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, but I think they misunderstood when I said I want to watch.
Watch. Yeah, there it is.
I thought that was funny.
Yes, it was. Past tense ding.
Was it choked?
Yeah, the cable from the mic was on it, so it actually made it funnier.
That's Cabo, yeah.
Not a ding, man. It's like somebody's memory of a ding, and it's fading.
Memory of a ding is the name
memory
of
a ding.
That's a good one.
So, did you guys remember that time travel movie that Matthew McConaughey was in?
Back to the Future.
Interstellar. What was he trying to tell himself not to do? Like, I feel like I forgot the whole point of that movie.
He was telling his daughter how time travel works, I thought.
Oh, right. And he, tries to knock the books out, and then it's like Morse code or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, trying to tell his daughter not to let him go. something like that, right?
Except for he'd already gone, so
But I thought the
Double
book
Jeopardy.
part was like his little daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta watch it again.
Shit.
Fumble.
Bumbo!
Man down.
Hand down, man down.
Hey, I need to clean your carpet.
What's going on?
I don't know. I've watched Deadpool and Wolverine twice already,
Nice.
and I didn't watch it today, and it came out yesterday.
I see that they're coming out with season 3 of What If as well.
Yeah, I could give two shits about What If.
Technology for a fucking change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change comes from within. Is that a My Pillow? Looks like he's got his Jergens.
That's one comfy pillow.
Yeah, I think the Ducks realized, oh, wait, the other team wears white at home. We should probably not wear white as our color. We'll just blend in. Plus, we just got all these black jerseys. Let's sell them.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we should all wear black. It looks pretty good, though. I saw a picture. I didn't see...
Oh, yeah, that should be out. It's Wednesday.
Actually, I think I may have seen it.
Color update. What did I send you earlier, Dave? Oh, the Elon Musk thing. That's pretty good.
Oh, the Department of Government Efficiency?
Yeah. Doge.
Oh, that's the thing that happened this week.
Yeah.
Doge.
What happened?
The coin. Robin texted me, and he's like, Dogecoin is up 33 cents. And I was like, what? And I haven't checked any of my stocks or investments in like 2 years. One, I didn't invest enough money that it matters, that I lost it all. And two, everything sucked for a while. And then he texts me and I look at it, and apparently I've got like an extra $800 in accounts right now.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, okay. We're wearing the white jerseys with black pants and black helmets.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah. If you look up, you could also see it.
I'm looking at that same picture as I'm looking down.
Fine, look at this one.
Sorry, I was just checking a score on a test I just took.
What'd you get, a 6?
A 9 out of 10.
They got like a video.
Yeah, that was when I was, oh shit, where are they?
That's cool.
Oh, they're just on a little sound stage. I like how schools like Idaho State can't afford a green screen, so they actually have to go out in the snow to take their pictures. Like, we're ice cold. Like, yeah, I bet that guy's freezing his fucking balls off. Can't imagine wearing a football uniform out in the snow in Idaho in November is comfortable.
I mean, they got to play in it, so.
Does Idaho State? No, it's Idaho that has a dome.
Yeah.
Does Idaho State also have a dome? I think they're the ones with
I think
they're
only
the
one
ones.
of them has it.
I'm gonna look there.
The barn.
What's that school that has the goalposts like hanging on the wall?
I don't know.
It looks really weird. Like there's no downward post. It's just like hanging on the wall, because I think that's Idaho.
Okay, the Vandals. Let's see. Yeah, they have outdoor. So it's Idaho State, because they're like the Tigers or the Bengals or some shit.
Yeah, Idaho State, ICC dome. This is the one, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like sideways. see. Move this.
And then motherfucker sideways.
Turn that motherfucker sideways. Oh yeah, here you can kind of see it here in this picture. I'll send it to you in the chat. Chat. Bloop.
How do I see that?
So click chat.
I gotta find it.
See the bubble that says chat at the bottom, right next to the phone.
Yeah,
Click that.
I did.
And did the chat box pop up?
It's working on it.
They playing a fucking
Barn.
hanger?
Yeah, they're playing the
barn.
barn. But you see how like the goalpost hangs and there's no
Failed to open page. Why?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, it won't open.
Here, I'll do it the old-fashioned way and use my cell phone.
Okay. Bow, bow,
Stadium. Oh.
Chat close. He did not listen.
Earl Grey, hot.
We don't even like tea.
What is that from?
Earl Grey hot, Star
TikTok.
Trek.
No. Oh, we don't even like tea.
No.
Earl Grey hot is from Star Trek, yeah.
Jake Paul's such a joke. You guys gonna watch that? It's on
I
Friday.
thought it got canceled.
When?
Is it Friday? I thought it was Saturday.
They
I've
just
seen,
had their like open workout.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
really?
just talked about it like 2 days ago. They've been doing nothing but talking about it. They've been promoting it, all sorts of
Like
shit.
in July, it got postponed, but they rescheduled it.
All right, look at the My Show chat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think northern Iowa is the same way.
Hmm.
Why would you build it that way instead of going?
Nobody knows.
They went hamburger instead of going hot dog with this airplane hangar that they play football in.
Can you name the 5 schools that don't have normal colored fields?
I know Idaho
in
and Eastern
Division
Washington.
1,
Idaho is not one.
Eastern
Or Boise
Washington,
State, I mean.
Boise State, Coastal Carolina. One of them's purple.
That's the hard one too, because I couldn't remember it, and then I was like, I know this. Now I can't remember it. Shit.
It's like
Eastern.
northern Iowa.
No. Oh, you're close. They have a gray one, and it's north or eastern Michigan.
That's right, Eastern Michigan.
And then there is a purple one. What is it? Fuck.
It's the Pirates, aren't they? Their colors are
That's
yellow
Eastern
and purple.
Carolina.
Okay.
That's not it.
Okay.
And their jerseys suck.
Linfield.
It's Division I college football.
No, it's D1.
No.
Non-traditional color. At 1 minute, start out, it's 5 of them.
I got it when I was watching the video.
Oh.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina.
It is ECU.
Central Arkansas. That's the one. Gray and purple. Yeah, that was the one that I pulled out of my ass. I was like,
Can you name the 5 schools? I think it's 5. Pretty sure it's 5 that don't have college or university in their name. Might be.
Yeah, we
4.
did this one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like Army, Navy, Air Force.
That's 4.
Notre Dame.
No, they're Notre Dame University.
Oh, Texas Tech. No,
No,
Texas
nope,
Tech.
they're
is
TTU.
Texas A&M.
They're university.
University of Texas A&M.
Texas A&M University.
Oh,
TAMU. It's
And then-
Georgia Tech.
oh yeah, Georgia Tech. Yeah, we did that game.
Now for the old game section of the pre-show.
Yep. I just want it to be Mashington game.
Dude,
Hold on.
I'm so ready for that game to happen.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll come to class with Dave or something.
I got to write my questions for I Know White People.
Oh yeah, I got to work on that.
Wait, why would you come to class with me for the Mashington?
No, just to
Just-
fill
just to
time
do
until
something?
then.
Because
Okay.
he's bored. Because he's bored, Dave.
I can only play so much NCAA football.
That's true. And then you can. It's like
Huh.
there's a period of time when I was playing NCAA and Madden, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to play something different, and I just boot up Madden. I'm like, what am I doing?
I got pissed at my game earlier because my first play, I see the tight end is not going to be covered. And so I just throw him a fucking pass and it goes like 10 yards over his head. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I had something similar happen. I've made a pact that with myself that I'm doing a no quit dynasty. Like no matter what, it is what it is. Except for my first game of the season, I picked Troy instead of like FCS West.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to play a real team. And first play of the game, Evan Stewart drops a 70-yard bomb. Next play was an interception, and then they scored a touchdown, and then I fumbled. I'm like, no, this doesn't. And I'm like, first of all, it's raining in September. It doesn't rain in September, and it never rains at Autzen. So,
Yeah.
like, this is obviously a glitch. I'm starting over.
I rebuilt the Pac-12,
Nice.
except for I accidentally put in Houston instead of Utah because it's showing the pictures, and I was like going fast.
You can
And
change
then
it again at the end of the season.
Yeah, I know, but I got to play through the whole season now.
Got to get rid of Houston.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Hey.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
That's it. That's my motivation today.
These people
That's my I feel like shit you.
deserve better.
Dave's dying again.
Oh yeah.
All right, here
No.
we are.
There you
We're
are.
back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show, and I swear he's not smurfing. He just really needs some Sudafed. It's Dave.
I thought smurfing was a sex thing.
It might be. Yeah.
It probably is.
Jinx, you owe me some Coke.
What?
Huh?
No fentanyl, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight Coke.
Yeah. And speaking of gay coke, I was at the store the other day, and there was Robin.
Hey, I might have been at the store. I have been to a store before. And I
I
am
was
Robin.
there that time. I was there when you were at the store.
Oh yeah, Jake
One
was
time.
there. This is
Yeah.
weird. It's like a month ago. The other day.
Someone kept screaming, "Hurry up and buy" at me.
Buy two. Anyway,
And then my neck and my back.
bringing it back to a guy who always buys
Pussy in my
two,
crack.
because you get the third one free. It's the hoop snake known as El Jake.
It's me, One Take Jake, back in the saddle again. And yeah, we're still number one. Got that to talk about. Still
We're
a good
still
thing.
number one. We're still number one.
I got to hit people with the USA. I wrote that song.
So I got a question about footballs. Well,
All right.
Since we're clearly talking about it.
Yeah. Speaking of football,
Would you rather have Oregon lose in the conference championship game so that we get a home playoff game, or would you rather them continue winning?
I'd rather they continue winning just so we can just a stamp of dominance on, hey, we're in the Big Ten now, and you
Like-
can suck on my nuts.
So, like,
Win
think
the
for
first-
selfish reasons. Like,
Selfish
we already
reasons, I want
beat
to see a home
Ohio
playoff game.
State. We already beat
Yeah.
Ohio State. What do we have to
Mhm.
prove?
Yeah, for like
would be
selfishly,
That we're better at strategy.
so selfish. Yeah, all of a sudden we're like, oh hey, look at this easy path to the championship. Yeah, selfishly, it would be really, really cool to go to a home playoff game the first year of the
Mhm.
college football playoff, because it wouldn't be like the first Pac-12 championship where there was like 74 people
Right,
and their
this would-
mom.
Be full.
Like, yeah, it would be, and it would be funny because it would probably end up being Boise again.
I was just gonna say it would probably be against Boise, and they would
Mhm.
be the 12 seed. We'd be the 5.
I don't think the game goes the same way. We're much better.
I
team than
don't
we
think
were.
so either. Like,
No.
we got
I don't-
our both lines, and we've
Mhm.
figured out our offense.
I think both games don't go the way they did before.
Yeah, you're probably right. Like I legitimately, I don't think the conference championship is going to be close, but I have no idea who's going to win.
Well, what do you think if we end up playing Indiana?
I think we have too many athletes on the edge for Indiana. They are very good at getting pressure up the middle, and
Mhm.
we are very good at getting the ball out wide.
Yeah.
So those things don't usually work well together if you're trying to do that, and so then you have to work away from your tendency, and you're working away from your strength is not
Yeah.
necessarily the best.
I think
But-
it'd still be fun.
It would be fun. I would prefer to play Indiana over Ohio State given the option. I mean,
Oh yeah.
even if they feel like they're a team of destiny, team on a mission or whatever, like whatever.
Iron
fuck
density.
Cinderella.
I
I'm
mean,
not here for the Cinderella story.
if she looks like Cameron Brink, I'm in.
Yeah, send her over here.
Oh, she's the same height too, because I'm trying to make some taller babies.
Yeah,
Did you see that Sports Illustrated thing, Dave?
yeah, she's gonna be in it.
If you looked at your phone every once in a while.
Cameron Brink, for
Okay,
those of
no.
you who don't know, is a basketball player who's like 11 feet 4 inches tall.
Played at Stanford. Now she's in the WNBA,
I think she plays for the
Uh,
Connecticut Sun.
LA. So down to LA.
Same thing.
The LA, not Lakers.
This is LA.
Yo!
Yeah.
Fry up some bacon and eggs on that tummy.
Oh man. I'd do things, lady.
Occasionally, Jen puts on the song "All I Want to Do Is Have Some Fun,"
Yeah.
and I the beginning of that song, I always think about like the peripheral things that are happening. Like I'm imagining her singing the song to a group of people, because it's weird when you think about her singing it in a studio, and she's like, "This ain't no bar or whatever, and this ain't no discotheque neither." And you're like, yeah, I suppose it isn't. I mean, you're in the studio. And then she's like, this is LA. And I just imagine somebody in the audience at the concert be like, fuck yeah, this is LA. Yeah.
LA.
It's probably one of those lyrics too that she like changes for wherever she's at.
This
This is Myrtle Creek.
this is Truth and Consequences.
Oh, that would be fun to go see a concert there, just
In
for
Tru-
that.
Hello, Truth and Consequences. Let's host a festival out there.
Yeah,
We'll call it Foley Fest.
somebody's got to die.
We'll just like hire CKY.
Who else
just-
would you get to show
just-
up at Foley Fest?
And just play
Uh.
party on the whole time.
No,
That's
that's
it. That's
Andrew
all you're
WK.
Yeah.
Oh. Who'd you say?
CKY was a 96 bitter beans.
What did I say?
You said Andrew WK.
I heard it either way.
Party
No, he said party. He said party on, not even party hard.
He said party in the USA.
hard. I can't
he's
remember.
he's like Wayne and Garth
I want-
over there.
I want Andrew WK to come to the play Party in the USA.
No, if it was Andrew WK, it'd be Party, Party, Party in the USA.
Get the fist going.
Man, that was a dude that showed up out of nowhere for a short period of time and then just fucking disappeared.
Disappeared as fast as he showed up.
Right? Have you ever looked into the Andrew WK conspiracies?
No,
Like, I
didn't
can't
know.
remember. I can't remember what they're specifically about, but I feel like,
Speaking vague generalities, then.
right? Like, I think that the general idea is that he's either not a real person, like an actor playing a part, or a industry plant, or there was some reason that they made that song. Like, I can't remember any of the details. I just remember there's some weird shit out there.
It's a sleeper. It's a sleeper activating phrase for a lot of people.
Could be.
Now I'm gonna look it up while you.
What does the
two talk amongst
WK
yourselves.
stand for?
White collar. Andrew WK. Well, it's a collar with a K.
Hey.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
By the way, that's the name of the episode.
Now we have to tell everybody about Christina with a K. Hey.
Yeah.
Robin,
So-
you hated her the most. You tell about Christina with a K.
Well, it started with Kada had a chick on the radio, and that was her thing. It's like, Christina with a K, hey. And there was this chick around our area. Her name happened to be Christina, not spelled with a K. But it was once we realized, hey, this is funny. We're going to do this to you now. Hey. The gist of it. I don't know if I hated her. I mean, I'm
Dude,
definitely
every
on the
time
list
she
of
would
people
come
that-
on, every time she came on the radio, you're like, I hate this bitch.
Oh,
Christina
yeah,
with a
that
K,
one. I thought
hey.
you were talking about the chick from Myrtle Creek.
No. You hated the bitch on the radio.
Oh, yeah. She was the worst. Like,
Yeah.
I could not stand her.
And I remember because, like, I had always just kind of ignored her, just, whatever. But then, like, she came on, like, it's Christina with a K. And Robin just goes off. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I have been known to rant. That was one of the times. This fucking stupid bitch.
So there's a whole website about this whole
I told ya.
WK thing.
There's
So,
stuff.
Let me read you the TLDR, which is too long. Didn't read for those who don't know shorthand.
Or read.
Or read. Okay, so for every plausible sounding theory that exists, there are thrice as many wild and inconceivable ones out there.
Not twice, but thrice.
Inconceivable. So let's revisit the wild theory that U.S. King of Partying Andrew WK doesn't actually exist, at least not as we know him. Is Andrew WK a real person? Has he been played by several different actors? Was he created by Dave Grohl and other members of quote?
Dude, I
Team
fucking
Nirvana?
nailed it.
And did Grohl write Andrew WK's debut album for him? Who is Steve Mike?
Mhm.
On December 18th. How did I get that wrong? Wow.
Who is
Get him,
Steve
Steve
Dave?
Mike.
Tell him, Steve Mike.
Yeah, fuck him
Fuck
up, Steve
you,
Mike.
man.
Strong
boy.
contender for an episode name. When Andrew WK performed a gig in Elizabeth, New Jersey, both security guards and fans claimed that the person on stage wasn't actually Andrew at all, but rather someone just dressed in the rocker's iconic white outfit, pretending to be the man the audience paid to see. Halfway through the gig, the performer left the stage and the rest of the concert was canceled. Understandably, people were angry and confused, with many calling local radio stations asking not only what happened, but who was that guy. While official statement was never released for these shows, it wasn't long before an official known as Steve Mike began to post their strange messages online. A few more questions. If they were trying to make the party animal character, why have him in dirty white clothes like a homeless guy? If they wanted a party animal, would Nirvana really be the first band you could think of? How
They've
much
never
money?
been the same since Barkley left.
Yeah. Oh, terrible. How much money did his dad give NME to put him on the front cover with the headlines, "Bigger than Jesus and Savior of Music, makes the music industry seem even more corrupt"? Then there's like 52 comments. Yeah, there's a lot here.
Number one comment. Fuck you, Steve Mike.
Dug deep and talked to a few people. I think the simplest explanation is likely true. It's a gimmick from Andrew WK. I mean, yeah,
That also works.
that's probably that.
Yeah.
But that's less fun.
Definitely less fun. Because what's the point of having a conspiracy if it's not fun?
Well, there are a lot of people who have a lot of conspiracies that aren't fun.
Aliens exist. We figured that out. Congress is like, yeah, we got spaceships like flying around us and shit.
Fucking
Yeah.
Blink 182 was right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Y'all thought Tom DeLonge was fucking crazy, which he is, but
I mean, yeah,
go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
But he was also right.
Yeah, broken clock's right twice a day.
I really love that we have grown up in the age where aliens are basically verified.
And we didn't
UFOs.
give a fuck when it happened.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're finding things that kind of play to the idea that there used to be an advanced culture before we came along on the planet. Like, we're finding a bunch of these things out, and I'm like, fucking science, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I
science
mean-
boner.
My unscientific kind of nut job wacko theory is that extraterrestrial life lives in the ocean.
It's not that crazy.
Mhm.
Because that's where we keep seeing these spaceships pop out of. Well, they call them, what are they? Not UAV, like unidentified I don't know.
Flying thingy.
UIC, unidentified craft.
But yeah,
Mhm.
like there are animals already that live down there in the bottom of the ocean, and we can't get our machines down there.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
it's
it always seems like we're finding new shit.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
because we've
there's-
explored less of that than space.
Which
Mhm.
is wild. Absolutely wild to me.
Yeah.
There's also the theory that after Roswell and we created the microchip, that's how the United States became a superpower because of aliens.
Mm-hmm. I saw Men in Black.
Or I'm sure, have you heard the whole after the nuclear bombs went off and all the testing and stuff like that? That
They woke up
basically,
Godzilla.
I heard
Yeah.
you couldn't
Yeah.
hear shit after the bombs went off.
I mean, we put it in our national anthem. We're gonna set off bombs.
yeah, give you a tan, bitch.
Is it not crazy that we had the word bomb in our national anthem before we had bombs?
Now we're all singing the national anthem in our head. Remember when bomb is brought up?
The bombs
Because-
bursting in air.
Yeah. We didn't have missiles.
We had a moment after the national anthem where
We
like
shot bowling balls at people.
yeah, we shot fucking bowling balls with chains attached to them.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Like, hey,
Mhm.
how you like having sails on your ship? Check this out. No, you don't.
Hey, check this out.
I can buy some 12 gauge ammo. That's basically that.
Yeah. Oh
It's
shit.
it's two slugs and they're connected by a chain, and when they come out, they spin.
God damn.
Can we get
Yeah.
some?
Yeah.
Let's get some and go shoot at trees.
Okay.
Small
You
trees, but still.
delete some trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
And
to
then
shoot.
start a fire.
I want to shoot at trees.
We'll do it in the winter. It's raining right now.
No, that's what I mean.
No, but then you start a
we'll
fire.
cut them down, then we use those trees to start a fire.
Well,
Yeah.
We probably should get some dry wood for that.
Yeah.
What are you all doing?
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah.
I want to go out
I'll
on
also-
BLM
I'll-
land and shoot somebody's old mattress.
I'll also get some Dragon's Breath rounds, and then we can dry out the trees.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's one of the
All right.
things that I
Let's
really
do it
don't like.
Thanksgiving.
And Dave, what if we did it Friday?
What's Friday?
The Friday after Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a shopping day.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I don't have money.
Mm.
Oh, I think I can get unemployment next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm really coming to class.
I can also get flechette rounds.
Oh yeah?
What are those?
Basically, like
They're awesome.
shards of metal. So when you shoot it, it just slices everything up. They used to use them in Vietnam to trim fucking brush.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I thought they outlawed those or something, like war crimes.
Some states, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a war crime, but we're not at war.
Yeah, I'm just using them.
That's fair.
It's not a war crime the first time.
Yeah.
Shout
I mean,
out
the same
to
company.
the chubby electrician.
Yeah. The same
Canada.
company they make specialty ammunition basically.
Okay.
So, and it's all that kind of stuff. I can
That's on
buy
the list.
12 gauge flares.
That also sounds fun. Do they
Yeah.
scream woo when you shoot them? Oh,
Why has nobody made a Rick? I'm sure somebody has. Make a Ric Flair firework, and every time it shoots off, it goes woo, woo, woo.
if it hasn't been made, we should probably contact Rick and let him
Yeah.
know.
He would definitely put his.
You shoot it and he goes woo up into the air. Then when it explodes, it just jumps out of nowhere and flare chops you.
Just shows you his dick.
What's like the weirdest ammo you've seen?
Weird.
Or odd? It doesn't have to be weird, I guess.
Mm.
Because like
Yeah,
the
it doesn't have to
flechette
be
thing
weird.
is
It can be
pretty
odd.
Yeah.
It could also be strange
Mm-hmm.
or
Oh,
unusual.
Yeah. Strange. Unusual would probably be the same word.
Yeah. I would say
Hey,
probably
Dave, what's
any
the most
of those.
bizarre ammo?
Yeah.
It's a 1996 song playing ammo.
Yeah.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
This
How
guy
bizarre.
just a little guy on a guitar.
I can't really think of like the most bizarre. Coolest. I did find some silver bullets. Like
Were you
actual,
Trying to
like
kill a fucking werewolf?
why not?
No, they were Coors and they were in his boss's fridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had one of those earlier.
No, it was a again specialty ammo thing, and it's a box of silver bullets, and it's so if you look up silver bullets, a lot of times it'll come like a solid silver, kind of like you're buying solid silver. But I actually found, it's got the steel casing with the silver bullet on it, and it comes in this cool looking, like it's a display thing,
Yeah,
and it's like a werewolf hunter or whatever.
that's kind of cool.
I wanted to buy some, but I was like, I'm not spending $200 for 10 rounds just to
Right.
be like, ooh, nice.
I've got silver bullets.
Yeah.
I was told when I went through my concealed carry class that like you should not have like specialty ammo in your home defense weapon, because in the case of like you go to trial, they'll put the John Wayne complex on you if you've done anything to your weapon, modified it in any way.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that like
Mhm.
a month ago. The guy with the cross on his bullets.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, because I was joking about shooting ghosts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
killing ghosts. Like, why do you have crosses on your bullets there, son? Apparently the cop is fucking Hank Hill.
Yep.
And he can reconstruct a bullet after it's gone.
You
Well, I guess, yeah, look at him in the gun and have him the shot.
guys have tracers?
I haven't looked those up, but I know I can get some.
Right.
If not through work, I know of a place.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
hmm
Dave reloads tracers.
Right.
I
Do
don't
they,
aim. I just follow the tracers.
so do they make like colored tracers?
Whoa,
not
whoa,
Yeah. See.
whoa. You mean other than red?
Colored tracers? You mean cops?
Oh.
No. I don't know.
Cops should shoot
Honestly-
colored tracers, like blue and red, like every other bullet. Like
Yeah.
So you know.
that way you know
only-
who's shooting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've only ever
Pew, pew,
used
pew,
tracers while I was in the Navy, and it's like I have shot a fully linked. It's all tracers, but usually it's like every
Every
third or
one
fifth or something
yeah.
like that. And they're always the same color. It's just a bright red or yellow.
Yeah.
It has to do with like the chemical that's burning off, right? Like the metal or something.
Yeah. I may or may not have a big one that I could show you guys sometime.
No, you don't.
And you kind of see that. It's completely inert.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, but so we know.
So
Yeah,
you
we've
know
heard.
that I can't use it to do anything.
Right.
So I understand what the purpose of a tracer is in general. What's the purpose of a tracer in a everyday going out in the woods and blowing up some plywood?
Fun.
Yeah. Just so you can see it as it goes, as it travels.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's really it. Because you shoulder those or point them, you know what I mean, and you can actually aim.
Yeah.
So
Did you
if you were shooting tracers out of your everyday gun, that's just for kicks.
Yeah, like I said, I understand why the
Mhm.
military uses tracers, especially back in like World War II and airplanes
Mhm.
and shit.
One of my uncles, he was in Korea, and they used
Not in the war. He was just hanging out.
it just hanging out. And basically, they're two hillsides. They're taking pop shots at each other. Then the U.S. troops were like, "Hey, we're actually going to go back up away from them, away from the Koreans." So they basically loaded up all the 50 cals with tracers, and then shot the base of the hill on the other side, and then watched as the whole hill caught on fire.
Oh shit!
So basically,
pretty
burned them
awesome.
out while they retreated.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's some
Like
smart shit.
Upper
it's like
level thoughts.
we can't have this hill, but neither can you.
That's like having 12. That's like putting 12 guys on the field.
Right? Strategery.
Strategerism. So I have a question. I was thinking about this the other day, and it made me laugh. So I thought I'd ask you guys: do you have any sports confessions? We're beyond the statute of limitations for all of our careers. Do you have any sport confessions of something you got away with or didn't do and it caused something else and you didn't take the you know what I'm getting at? You follow?
You go first so we have an example.
I'll go first. Mine, and it can be any level of sport, from pickup basketball all the way up to playing high school sports. So mine comes from refereeing flag football. And we were playing. It was a game, and it was a team with a guy that I did not like. He was like, I played on a team with him, and he was a fucking dickhead. And the rule is, if you contact the quarterback's arm on the throw, it's a 15-yard penalty. So it's like there has been a couple pretty explosive physical plays. Is kind of the reason why I hate the guy and I didn't want to play with him anymore, is because he in flag football, he tried to truck a guy at the 5-yard line. I'm like, okay, well that's unnecessary roughness.
Can't do that.
And then after that, he got up and like shoved the dude. So I threw another flag on him. So they went from they had first and goal from like the 45-yard line when it was all said and done. And so it got to the point where it was fourth and goal from about the 35-yard line. And I'm watching, I'm the umpire, and I watch as his arm gets completely tomahawk chopped. And the ball goes fluttering to the ground and the other team starts celebrating. And I go to reach for my flag. And I just say fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my sports confession. I knew I should have thrown the flag, but I did. I said, fuck that guy. Fuck this game. I'm ready to go home.
It's fair. I mean, I've had a lot from PE, like just not calling things or hitting kids in the face intentionally and saying, "Oh, it was an accident."
Yeah.
Broke a guy's nose and said I was just trying to swing the ball through when really I knew what I was doing. That was in City League game, but he deserved it. He was a dick. That's pretty much it that I can think of.
Yeah, getting your face busted when someone's swinging the ball through sucks.
Dude, it was awesome. Blood went everywhere.
And you're like, what? I was just going through.
Yeah, I didn't get a foul
Mhm.
called on me. It's like, probably shouldn't be that fucking close, dick.
And then you stand there and you look down and you're like, oh, dude, are you okay?
You're dripping on the floor.
Can you clean that up so we can keep playing?
Right.
Can you go into a coma, please?
Yeah. Let's get that seizure going, huh?
Yeah. So
I can't really think of one. Like kind of like Robin's, he knew exactly what he was doing and breaking the dude's nose. I've got one like that, but it wasn't sports. It was after it was after recess.
Oh.
Okay.
So we were playing sports, and then we go to
As
line
you
up
do.
as you do, and then we went to line up to get back into the classroom. And so I haven't been in really that many fights in my life. I've been in a couple handfuls, but not a crazy amount. And at this point, I'm in
Dave's a lover, not a fighter.
fourth. No, I'm in fifth grade or something like that. And there's always the one kid I always got in fights in school with. He used to pick on my little brother, and he was too dumb to realize what was going on. Like, when you do this to him, you get hurt.
Cause and effect was not
Yeah.
strong with this one.
And I remember we were playing football. He pushed my brother at one point. Then recess was over, so we had to go our separate ways. And we're standing in line, and he's behind me. And I turn around and I just sock him in the solar plexus, and he just doubles over as the teacher rounds the corner. So all he sees is this kid doubled over, and he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, James said my name," and I turned around and accidentally elbowed him in the chest. And he's like, "Oh, okay." And I kind of just looked at him, and he just looked at me, tears.
You're like, there's a lot more where that came from, homie.
But and you guys both know me. Like, I'm not really a bully type kind of person, but that guy.
You got to bully
used to
the
pick on-
bullies.
Yeah, right.
He
There
earned
was a
it.
time in junior high when two of my buddies locked him in the science room and then let me in, and then stood in the hallway just because he pushed my brother in the lunchroom. Didn't hurt him, didn't do anything, just pushed him. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's enough.
Like,
So
listen
I
here,
was
this is what you're gonna get.
right. So basically, we were in the science lab for like 5 minutes alone.
Hmm.
Not
Yeah,
like it's an
and
adult thing. It's
like a
kids that don't
Pantera
really know,
song.
right?
Yeah.
It's not like I held him down and took his fingernails off or anything, but
But you could have.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't even had that kind of idea back then.
You
I
were
was just
young,
thinking,
young Dave.
I was just thinking punches. You're gonna get a few of thems.
I always figured if I was going to fight somebody that I was going to rely on my ability to fall and also my general recklessness. Like, we're going over some furniture, and I'm just going to bank on the fact that I'm better at falling than you are.
I'm not
'Cause
gonna hit my head.
Yeah, I'm not going to hit my head, and I'm probably going to land on top of you. But we're going over some furniture.
Drop me on
'Cause-
my own head.
Drop you on top of your head. Yeah, like I'm probably grabbing you, and we're probably going towards a table.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. Unrelated, but I don't know why this popped into my head, but like when I used to play, we'd play like white trash football at the park and shit, or Hoffenbury, like the middle school.
Then when you say
And,
white trash football, you're talking like 3-on-3 shit, right?
No, it would be like at least
No.
7, 8 on 8.
No pad
Sometimes
tackle
11.
football.
Yeah, in the mud.
Mhm, in the mud.
Gotcha.
But anytime I would run the ball and I'd get like in open space, like if somebody came to tackle me, I would start laughing because I was like, you're not going to tackle me, because at that point my legs were huge and I was faster than most people. And I remember this one kid, he thought it was funny he had these fucking goofy fake teeth in and overalls. He was like, I'm a hillbilly. And he went to tackle me. I wish I could remember his name.
I know exactly the teeth you're talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah, they looked really bad. And he went to tackle me, and he starts up high, and I just stiff-armed him in those fucking teeth. I pushed those teeth into his lips and stiff-armed him to the ground as I'm laughing the whole time and kept running. I don't know why that popped into my head, but I miss playing white trash football.
I was playing. Now it's turning to pick up football stories.
Right.
I was playing 3-on-3 football, and there was this kid who showed up who decided he was going to treat it like it was the Super Bowl. And we're all like, this is dudes in the grass playing football. We're all in sneakers and shit, and it's a little wet out there. This dude shows up in cleats with receiver gloves and shit. We're like, bro, we're just out here playing football. So he like gives me a pretty good smack at one point, and I like slide across the grass with like on my hands and feet, just like psh.
Yeah. And
as I'm doing it, I see a dog turd like right in the path of my hands, and my hand goes right through the fucking my right hand goes. I must have been going this way. Yeah, my right hand goes right through the dog turd. And the next play, I look at him and I'm like, dude, that hit, you just gave me a handful of shit. And I swear to God, the next time you try to hit me, I'm going to stick my hand in your fucking mouth. So I don't wipe my hand off or anything.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm just playing with shit hand. And
playing with shit hand would be a good name for the episode as well.
And I come back to the quarterback. I'm like, give me a slant. And so he throws me the slant. I kind of cradle it to my body because I don't want poop on the ball, right? Because we have to do the whole wipe it on the grass thing,
right?
And it never gets completely clean.
It never. There's always it's in the little pebbles of the ball.
All the dimples got shit in them.
Different color brown in the dimples. And so he comes to try to lay the lumber again, and I told you can't be mad at me for when I do what I say I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. And I put my hand right in his face, just straight dog shit right in his face. And he stopped playing so physical after that and realized we were just having fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the weirdest interaction I've had playing football.
Makes sense.
We all had the. Oh yeah, go ahead, Dave.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say I've got one now too that you guys have told your story.
Well, I was gonna move to another part of playing sports for fun. So tell your story, then I'll do the next one.
So basically, my introduction to football was when I was a kid in Hawaii. It was a bunch of older kids. Where I lived is called Funston Loop, and it's a loop, right? And
I would hope so.
And to get into the loop, there used to be like a checkpoint, so it was always the neighborhood kids. There's no outside kids, usually.
Yeah, no outsiders.
Yeah, you don't want any of those howlies.
Right? We were the howl. My dad was the howly. But anyway, so when you're kind of closely grouped together, like all the big kids do go out into the yard and play with the little kids, right?
Yeah.
So we're playing football, and again, I don't really know football at this point. I'm 5 or 6 years old, and this Rudolph, one of my best friends back then, is running down the grass, and he's got the ball, and I'm supposed to stop him, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I literally just stick my arm out. Don't know what football is, but I've seen wrestling. And I stick my arm out, and it catches him right in the neck. Just. And he just goes down, and everyone's like, so the older kids run over, like, are you okay? And they're like, David, you have to tackle him. You don't just clothesline him in the throat. And I was like,
Captain Sano shows no mercy.
Down. Yeah, right?
Yeah. But then he couldn't play anymore for the day.
So someone had to be all-time quarterback.
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. Like, I haven't thought about that in years. But just blank.
So the other one I was going to bring up, do you guys remember when you graduated high school, that 2-3 year period where you were just the physical superior athletically of everyone in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had I was playing football with some dudes. Like I was like a year and a half out of high school, and I looked like fucking Barry Sanders out there. I have never been fast. I had a step and a half on like all my routes. I don't know what was going on, but it's like
you start getting that adult strength and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like,
all of a
like
sudden,
your hormones are really starting to figure it out, and you're like, yeah, I'm a man, Dad.
Hey, throw me the ball. I'm open.
You can't tell me what to do anymore.
God damn it.
Wait, those are different things. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that's wrong daddy issues, Dave. We're not talking about those.
Speaking of daddy issues.
Was there a girl on the show?
Where is she?
No.
I was gonna wait for someone to show up out of the back and be like, "Hi guys."
Have you guys ever fought your dads?
It's me, Dusty.
Not fought, but
so
we had altercations.
I had one physical interaction with my dad, and he likes to play off like he put me in my place. But what really happened is I tripped over a tent stake.
Mm.
And like as I was stumbling, he helped me get to the ground. and he likes to act like he put me in my place that day. And he'll talk about it occasionally. I'm like, okay, you want to do it again?
I did the definitely did the I'm a man now to my dad in the Philippines. So we went for my 18th birthday. Well, all in all, see family and stuff. It just also happened to be I just graduated high school, just turned 18. So Dad wants to take me out to drink, just him and I one night, and we're literally at the bar next to the bar we're sleeping at. And I order a beer. He finishes his, and he goes, "All right, time to go." And I was like, "Oh, I just ordered this beer." He's like, "Nope, it's time to go." And I was like, "Dad, like it's 10 feet that direction. I'm going to finish my beer. Then we weren't even staying in the same room. So it's not like I was going to disturb him." And I was like, "No, I can do this." He's like, "No, you can't." And I literally, again, 18-year-old, first time like really drinking with my dad.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah. Dad, I can figure this out. I'm a man now. He grabs the beer, smashes it on the floor, grabs me by my neck, and drags me outside. And then I just start swinging, and we're both just swinging. Again, we've been drinking almost all day. And we're just swinging at each other. Neither of us can remember if either of us got an actual hit. It was more
I'm
like
sure neither one of you connected.
Right.
Forearm, maybe on the side of the head or the shoulder, or something like
that. You
that.
guys are just doing the big windmill punches. Looks like Rock'em Sock'em Robots not connecting.
Well, because one hand, he's got me by the back of my neck with one hand and basically doing this.
Like hockey fighting, yeah.
Yeah. And I can imagine, because I can just imagine both of you ducking your heads and just swinging over each other.
And neither of us remember how it ended. Because we were like, we know we fought.
Yeah.
But we don't remember there being a point when we're just like, "Are you done?" In
the mud and the blood and the beer.
Right. The next thing we remember is Mom waking up being angry because there's blood all over their sheets, and it was white bedding. And it wasn't even from the punches. The stairs up from the bar up to our rooms were those like concrete pebble slabs.
Oh, those are the worst.
And Dad slipped and slid a little bit.
Oh.
And they basically just skinned his shins.
Yeah.
But again, we've been drinking all day, so he didn't feel it.
Yeah, he didn't notice.
Just went to bed and blood everywhere.
So for the longest time, you can still kind of see it a little bit. There's a spot under my chin right here that doesn't really grow hair.
Mm.
When I was,
scar.
right there, you can kind of see.
Yeah.
When I was young, I was running up those pebble stairs because they were really popular, and I slipped on them because it's Seattle and it's stones that you're walking on.
And they're just slick as snot.
They're just slick as fuck. And I go chin first on a stair. Like I almost American History X'd myself, and like I busted myself wide open and like gave myself a nasty little scar. And like ever since then, like I can't. Like there's a little spot here I can't grow hair. I've got a tiny scar here from when I went head first into one of the wooden arms of a recliner chair. Because I was running into the chair, throwing my head into it, and I was having a great time.
Because that's what kids do.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, watch this. Smack, fucking
Yeah.
CTE.
It's not real.
My first taste of concussions. Yeah, thanks, Stone Cold.
I wonder how many how much brain trouble Darren and I gave each other in high school,
God.
because we would get chairs from the upper wrestling mat area, and we would hit each
videos.
other.
Yeah.
We would just straight.
I saw you do it at a meet.
Yes.
It was on one of Robin's crack pack videos.
Oh, that's Brandon.
Was it Brandon?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just straight, just boom, just waylays him over the head with a chair, just in the middle of a fucking wrestling meet.
Oh, during the meet? Yeah.
It was Cottage Grove. I remember. It was after the meet, though, for them. They were done.
So, well, yeah, naturally. What else are they gonna do? Here's a wrestling mat, and we've been talking about fucking Kane and the Undertaker for the last 3.5 hours.
Yep.
Oh, look, a chair.
Oh my God, that's gotta be Kane.
Because that's the natural progression. Wrestling mats, WWE, chair.
Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You don't just look at it.
Those
Not for
aren't just
sitting,
for
folks.
sitting. Nope. Nope.
Those are for hitting people over the head with, folks.
I do remember people were like, what is going on? Because you hear the chair shot. Like there's 60, 70 people in the room. It was like a side little, like, so they have their gym, and then next to that they had, it might have been their mat room, but there were a bunch of people because they had mats set up in there too, like for other matches. So there was like quite a few mats set up in the whole place, and then like just out of nowhere you hear boom, like, oh shit, what's going on? Like everybody's watching, and they're just watching these two guys wrestle.
Yeah.
Like
and you hear a chair shot,
match.
you don't know what's going on, so you think there's an actual fight going on.
Yeah.
And it's just two idiots.
And then you see another kid slide in for the count. You're like, oh, okay.
My brother and I did that to our resource officer in high school.
Hit him with a chair?
No, well, we got into a fight, and then he came to break it up, and everyone's like, they're brothers.
Like,
and then he didn't break it up as quickly.
Right.
Like he came around. So Billy and I were fucking around, and we were at lunch, and I was like, hey, move, you're in my spot, which he wasn't. There's no spots unless it was the senior steps area.
There's no assigned seats except for when you all pick your seat at the first class of the year, and that's the seat you sit in.
Yeah. And so we're going back and forth arguing. But again, to us, it's not that big of a deal. And then he slaps me. And so I basically pick him up over my head and just back onto the table. And then he starts punching me in the head. I start punching him in the sides. Officer Dave shows up, and he's like, hey. And they're like, they're brothers. And he's like, oh, let's stop still.
Still stop.
Yeah, like you still can't do that.
Yeah.
I've never. Ben is too young for me to really have had a fight my brother thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's just like no point. Like what are we gonna do? Like go spar? I mean, that would actually be kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's another time I start laughing, is like if I'm boxing with somebody, like, because I'll start moving and I just can't not laugh.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about this. Like, I'm wet passionate, so like my eyes water all the time, almost all the time.
Okay.
And so it also means I cry really, really easily. Like any twinge of emotion, and it's like, boop, I got my tear ducts start. So it's like if I'm angry or I'm sad, like I'm gonna cry. And I was telling whoever I was talking to, I was like, yeah, I remember there was a time that my uncle started shit with me and really wanted to fight, and he's like, "Look at you, you're so scared you're about to cry." And all I remember thinking is, "No, that's a bad sign. That's danger for you. This is my red light."
I'm scared for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Yeah. Somebody call the ambulance. Not for me.
Not for me.
Call an ambulance.
Amber lamps.
He needs some milk. Is that the same video, or is that two different videos?
I think it's two videos.
Because I think it's all these videos at this point in my mind have become one giant video.
Yeah.
It's like the back it up Terry guy.
That's
Back
still
it up, Terry.
every 4th of July, either I send it to Brian or Brian sends it to me.
Fucking back it up, Terry.
Back it up, Terry. So I'm done with football now.
Yeah, you happy about that?
I mean, kind of. Now I'm bored. It was nice to have something to do, and like I like coaching, but
You just
Saturday
didn't like
was...
coaching them.
Huh?
You just didn't like coaching these kids.
Oh, they're fine. Yeah. It was just I had to get to know them, figure out who's a piece of shit for real, and none of them actually are. They're just dumb.
So they're high school kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday we played our first round playoff game at South Wasco County, which is in Maupin.
Moppin'.
Yeah.
I didn't even know those are two like names that I didn't know existed in Oregon. So
It's right next to Sweepin'.
Yeah. Yep, next to Sweepin'. It's next to nothing is what it really is. Like you got Eastern Oregon is desert, and this is like high desert. It's like 30 miles south of the Dalles.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why does the state of Oregon play all of its championships in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Well, it's a playoff, so they have a home game. It's not like the NCAA football playoffs.
You see, okay, keep going.
So, the team left on Friday at 11:30 a.m. They got to the Dalles to their hotel at 6:30. That's a long bus ride, and I was thinking about it, like I don't want to do that. Plus, there's a Ducks game Saturday, and I might be able to make it to some of it. So my plan was to leave Saturday morning, drive up to the game, coach, and then take off for the Ducks game. So I did that. I drove up. I went up to 205, went over to Oregon City, then took, I think it's Highway 26. So you're going up like we're going to go snowboarding.
Yeah.
Straight past Ski Bowl, Mount Hood Meadows, Timberline. Like I drove past all that. And then I kept going back down the other side. And it's like 2 hours from I-5, which I didn't realize it was that far, but I guess it makes sense. So it's like 5-hour drive, unless you're on a bus and it's 7.
Yeah, because it's gonna go like 12 miles an hour.
Well, no, yeah, I went because like the whole thing is technically a highway.
I mean, in a bus.
Oh yeah.
What was that team? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, ask. Go ahead.
What was that team that we played out that direction? We went to the Dalles. Doofer, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we stayed in the Dalles, didn't we?
And they still play 8-man. I think so. No, we just went up and back.
Oh, did we?
We stayed there for a camp, or not a camp, but like our first game of the second season we coached. We went to play like a season kickoff jamboree, but it wasn't a jamboree. It was like actual full games.
Oh, okay, and
we played. Who did we play? I remember the team. It's wherever the state basketball championships
Baker?
are. Yeah, there's a small school by Baker. I can't remember.
I remember 1, 2, 3A was played in Baker when I was in school.
Yeah, and it's still there. But anyway, so get there, and I guess I got there just at the same time as they did. Like they had just gotten into the locker room, and I'm like, oh, this field's kind of cool. Where's the scoreboard? They have a fucking clock like you would see at the YMCA rec league games. Like one of those for the whole football field. I'm like, you guys
Exactly
got
like
this
that.
brand new, like the brand new track, new football field, looks super nice. And then they have a $5 scoreboard. I actually saw one on Facebook Marketplace for $40, which
They
made me
blew
laugh.
they blew their wad on the field
Yeah,
and track.
they're like, we'll get it next year. Not a big deal. Like,
Well, it
okay.
sounds like I probably over budgeted. And they're like, oh no, we could only afford the field actually.
Yeah, something like that.
Now we
But,
need someone to give us money to get a scoreboard for this 12-person town.
yeah. My team didn't play terrible, but they don't listen to things like, hey, when we play these guys, they run the option. The defensive end has to get the quarterback. The linebacker has the running back. Well, how about if we just both go to the quarterback?
Well, then
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
then the running back's going to be open.
Then the
He's
running
gonna
back's
run
still
very
running.
far.
Yes, with 6-man, you're not making that tackle. So they scored on 6 different plays. Well, probably 2 different plays, but they ran them total
It was the
6
same
times.
play.
Yeah, like all their scores were on the same play. They couldn't throw on us. We couldn't block too well. We scored twice, but whatever. And we did get a kid ejected, which was hilarious
What'd he do?
because he blocked a kid. He was playing end and he's blocking for the quarterback. Loses the guy, comes back to him, and the guy had like turned, and so they called it a blindside block. Even though they're both running towards each other, that guy wasn't looking at him, he's looking at the quarterback. So hit him, turned around, and did it to another guy. 2 personal fouls for blindside block. Neither were a blindside block. And when he gets ejected, I'm like, dude, there's nothing you could have done. He's like, this is bullshit. Or he says, fucking bullshit. And I'm like, well, first of all, our 80's right there, so watch your mouth. And then he tosses his helmet. I'm like, don't toss your helmet. That's like $600. I mean, yeah, it can take it, but don't do that. But I was just kind of laughing at the same time. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, we're already down. It was like 45-13 or something at that point. Like, game's over.
Yeah.
It was the 4th quarter.
I'll throw my hat.
Yeah, why
I'll
not?
throw my.
That's what I
If you
do.
throw your hat again, Coach.
Yeah. You'll be back on the bus.
You
Tell me where I'll be. But yeah, and then just that was it. They got fucking smacked, but everyone was kind of in good spirits. Like, we had a kid get a sack. Like so like we've got in our second string, they've got in their second string. 5 minutes left in the game, running clock because we're down by so much, and they're trying to throw the ball. And I'm like, go fucking kill their quarterback. This is stupid. If they're gonna throw it, crush him. And he did. It was awesome. Anyway, we lose. Everybody high five, good game, all that shit. And I go get my stuff, change, and then get back in the car and drive all the way back to Eugene. And I get to Eugene, and I'm watching the game on my phone the whole way because like the game started just as I was starting to go up the hill, back up Mount Hood. And I'm just watching, and I see, I'm like, fuck, this is going faster than I'd hoped.
Yeah.
And I get there to Eugene, I can see the lights. There's like 9 minutes left in the game. I'm like, fuck. Well, I'm still gonna go. I'm here now. Go over and park in those apartments right next to the stadium because like nobody's around. I was like,
Yeah, they
park
don't
here,
care
nobody
at that
cares.
point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Walk into the game. I get in there with 5 minutes left. And my dad texts me as I'm walking down the tunnel. He's like, hey, may as well just keep going. I'm like, no.
I'm here already.
Is that why he gave you that look? Because you walked in filming a video and he turned around and looked at you like you had flaming turds hanging out of your mouth.
Yeah, because he was like, oh, you're here. Why are you here now? I'm like, because I wanted to come to the game. Didn't you want to come to the game?
That game did feel like
touchdown.
Nice. Even standing up in standing room only, it felt like that game went by quick.
So fast.
Like, it was fast.
Yeah, we left at the end of the third, but it still was like, for standing that whole time, Like my
Yeah.
feet didn't even hurt.
Right. Because
Like,
I got there at 7 and the game started at 4. And usually they're like closer to 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you usually have another quarter left at that point. We would have.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a regular time game, we would have still been there.
Yeah.
But also, there was practice. Like Tammy didn't show up,
Right.
and we had chili. There wasn't a lot of food because
Yeah. She said nobody else brought food. I was like, well, I didn't go. I usually bring food. My dad took himself. He doesn't. He brings like Pepsi.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it. I gave him the cooler. I'm like, well, you want to get some? I got Mountain Dew and Pepsi and waters. Throw some waters in there. And he's like, yeah, maybe. Okay.
yeah. He yeah.
Also, we're in section 13,
13. Yeah.
and we just stood there the whole time. We didn't have to budge anybody.
Yeah.
In fact, we were like, "Hey, spread out. I'm gonna use the bathroom," and then you come back and there's room. And being right there, I would turn around, walk 5 feet, and be like, 2 beers, please.
He did that a lot.
Yeah, I did that a lot. That kid that was standing next to me at the third quarter.
Dave makes friends.
I bought 2 beers, came back, put them down, gave Ben. Did I give you one, Jake? Were you
Gave me
them?
one, yeah.
And then went back, got 2 more, had one for me, one for Bales, and then I went back, got 2 more, stood there, and I've got 3 beers in front of me, and I look at this kid next to me and says, "Hey, how old are you?" And he looks at me and goes, "Old enough." And I'm like, "Good answer."
Good
And I give
answer.
him a beer. And then we get to Chitch, and he's 22. He works construction in Eugene, but I was like, he's like,
They have a date next Thursday.
yeah, right. We're
Right.
meeting up now. And then we chit-chatted for a while, dude. I was just drunk.
Dave was hammered. Fucking smashed, man.
Fucking smashed,
Son of a
man.
bitch does it all the time.
But it
Mhm.
was beer drunk Dave, so he's just really, 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 really talkative.
Yeah, and really
Ooh.
excited to be there.
Yeah.
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 It was fun, though.
It was a good
good.
one. It was a good
Mhm.
tailgate. Ben and I ended up taking a trip to the O Bar to get a 12-pack of beer, and while we were there, like I could tell it was weird. Like we walked into the O Bar and there was nobody there.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
usually it's pretty packed and you've got to wait 5 or 6 people to get to the bar. Like we walked
Yeah.
right up and they're like, "Hey guys, what can we get for you?" I'm like, "Where is fucking everybody?"
Well, did you see many Maryland fans?
Like 11.
Yeah. See, it's a pretty far trip. So unless you already live on the West Coast, I wouldn't imagine too many of them traveled.
We had
Yeah,
a
Tom-
kid from Iowa. I talked to a kid from Iowa and one from Arizona. They were there together. I guess they went to high school together or whatever.
Huh.
And they're Maryland fans. And I was like, "What are you guys doing here?" They're like, "Well, we figured we'd come to Oregon." And I was like, "Okay." They're like, We're not expecting a win,
Yeah.
but we're just like, "Cool, let's go to Oregon."
The numbers on their uniforms looked cool.
Yeah, it looked pretty. It was hard to see from like when you were there.
That was what Jerry Allen was saying too, because
Mhm.
so I had the radio on and then had the game on my phone, so I could hear Jerry Allen.
Yeah.
But he was ahead, so I'd
So,
hear
but-
him
but that's
talk about it,
perfect.
and then I'd look over and see what
Exactly.
I missed. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
perfect.
So
You're
yeah,
like, what an amazing play. You're like, hang on, what?
and then
Like how I watched The Sopranos.
walked back to my car because it was probably I figured it would be faster than riding with my dad to get out, but he got out of there almost the same. Like we met at Cottage Grove. I waited like 2 minutes for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lightly attended game, I'll say that.
Even though they said the attendance was 58,000.
Yeah, the whole wine and cheese crowd was not there.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
But these people,
Hey.
they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. Make sure you're checking us out on all our social medias and on the YouTube. You can see us on the pre-show, and you can see me knock my camera over and yell at children
You can see that and hear it.
and hear it. I use the fuck word.
Yeah. You can hear Dave talk about how dirty the carpet is in Jake's room.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty. I have kids and cats. But for this episode, this edition of my show, good night, universe.
Until we meet again!
Go Ducks.
The Ducks.
Good X.
Hmm. beat the Badgers, beat the Badgers.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.